Well, hello there, fabulous. Welcome back. So, with the holidays just around the corner, I wanted to create this very classic red lip look for you, and I'm going to be featuring the new Dream Street palette from KathleenLights and her collaboration with Colourpop. It's very simple, so if you're interested in learning how I did this, keep on watching. Alright, so for an actual holiday look or a party look that I know I'm going to be there for more than a few hours, I do actually like to prime my face. This time I'm going to be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and this is the Pore Minimizing Primer, is the purple one. So I'm going to apply that to areas that I know are the most problematic, I guess. So that is like the T-zone, and I like to press it onto the skin so you don't create micro exfoliating, and it actually minimizes your pores. Now we're going to go ahead and prime my eyes, because I do like to start with the eyes first no matter what look, even if it is a simple look like this one. So I'm going to be using the MONI eyeshadow primer. I don't use a lot, like as you can tell. In some cases, you know, less is more. I'm going to go with a second primer, and this is the NYX eyeshadow base primer, just to cancel out any redness or anything that comes through, because the colors that I'm going to be using on the lid are very light. Pat, pat. So we're going to go ahead and set that primer, and you know that my favorite way to set the primers, it was this tiny Wet n Wild eyeshadow in the color Creme Brulee, and this is a very inexpensive eyeshadow. It's about $1.99. I love it, and it's great to set any eyeshadow primer. Like I said, I'm going to do this look with the new KathleenLights times Colourpop palette, and we're going to be using this, mainly these two shades right here, to create this look. Like I said, it's going to be a very classic, simple look. Start with this shade right here. And this shade is called, I believe, Twinkle, and we're going to apply this all over the crease, kind of blowing it out in the crease. You want to start very light and build your color up to the intensity that you would like. I suggest not building it up too much, because like I said, the main show of this look are going to be your lips, so you kind of want to tone down the eyes, so you can have your lips as the main focus. As you can tell, I am kind of doing like a sort of like a half circle or kind of motion when I apply this to my lid, and this is especially helpful for those of us that have slightly hooded eyes or hooded eyes, so you can actually build the color where you can see it when you have your eyes open. So that's why I'm doing it that way. Okay, so that is just the intensity that I want for my eyes, at least. And like I said, it's going to be super simple. So the next thing we're going to do is actually apply the color to the lid. And for that, we're going to be using this color right here, and this is the color Spark. But I have used this color once before, and it is a very light color. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use a spray to intensify the color of this eyeshadow, and I'm using the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray for this. Okay, so we're gonna grab that color right there and apply it all over the lid. Do you see how much that intensified the color? Woo! Pat, 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 pat. Once you get closer to the crease, okay, and then we're going to blend out with that same brush that we used before the crease and this lid color, so everything blends out nicely. Right, I like to apply a little bit more of that shadow and blend again. Now I'm going to apply just the tiniest bit of this darker brown color, just to build a little bit of depth in the crease. This color is called Elfish. How appropriate. So we're going to apply that just a tiny bit on the outer V of your eyelid. And with that same brush that we used earlier, we're going to blend all that out all over again. I think I like how these turn out. Like I said, it's nothing crazy. This is the intensity of the colors that I want on my eyelid, but of course you're welcome to use more intense color or any technique that you would prefer. But this is what I'm going to do for my eyes. And the next thing that I'm going to do, because nothing looks best with a red lipstick than a wing eyeliner, so we're gonna go ahead and do that now. For the wing liner, I'm going to use this NYX Epic Ink Liner in the color, I think it's just black. And so you can see it's a very, very precise, tiny tip. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm actually gonna do this off camera because I have not quite gotten the trick of how to do this on camera. So I will see you guys next. Okay, so I've lined my eyelids now. I wish I could tell you guys that I'm good at wing liner, but I'm not. Yeah, my eyelids always end up looking like very distant cousins than sisters. So I mean, but we're just gonna go with this. And now the next thing that I would like to do is actually apply my foundation. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Better Skin Super Stay Foundation, and this is the color Natural Beige. So we're going to be applying that with my L'Oreal sponge. I'm gonna use about that much. That's probably a lot, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, and then we'll just press that into the skin. This is one of my favorite foundations also, and it's not actually targeted for oily skin, but I found that it works extremely well for me and my oily skin, and it has great coverage. And for concealer, I'm going to be using my beloved Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Medium. I'm about to run out of this concealer, and I went to Ulta yesterday and they were sold out, so I guess I'm gonna have to order online. Let's go ahead and blend that out. Now that we have all concealer on, what a difference, right? We're gonna go ahead and set everything. Well, actually, I'm gonna do something else before I set it with a powder, and I'm actually going to use a setting spray, yep, to top of my foundation before I set it with a powder. This just makes your face stay matte longer and keeps your makeup in place longer. It's just a great trick, and I learned this from one of my favorite YouTubers, Nikia Joy, and I'm actually using her collaboration with Gerard Cosmetics, and this is her Slay All Day setting spray. I actually have just a mini sample right now. I was trying it out, but it turns out it's great. So yeah, girl, what's up? Not that she's watching this, but I learned this trick from her. So what you do is that you spray your setting, your blending sponge with the setting spray, and then tap your foundation the places that you want to keep your foundation in place. And for me, that's my whole face. So simple, right? And now we're gonna go ahead and set it with a powder, and I'm going to be using the Cover FX loose setting powder for this. And I actually like to apply a powder with the blending sponge as well. I just use this for everything, guys. And I just set my foundation that way. And we're gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of the powder, tap the excess, so about that much, and you're gonna go ahead and set it. I like to set my concealer this way. So it's not necessarily baking, but it does give your skin such a flawless look. It makes your skin poreless. It's great. I love this technique. And then we're gonna go ahead and set the rest of the face like that. So let's go ahead and highlight the brow bone, and we're gonna use this eyeshadow right here, and this is called Elfish. It's very close to the eyebrow. Perfect, like that. And then we're gonna work on the lower eyelid before we highlight that inner corner. And we're gonna use the same color that we use on the top, starting with this one that was called Twinkle. Okay, and then we're going to go over or make even smaller line, almost like an eyeliner on the bottom lash with this darker color. With the same brush, we're going to blend everything together. So now that we got pretty much our eyes are finished, I'm not going to apply mascara just yet. I'm going to finish the rest of the face, and for that I'm going to use this number 7 beautiful bronzer, and this is in the color Caramel, and I'm going to be using just this e.l.f. brush for this. I don't really contour, you guys know that, so we're just gonna apply it like a bronzer, sort of in the places that you will contour, but it's not that chisel contour that many YouTubers like. I just don't prefer that method. You're more than welcome to use it like I said, but if you're going for a more toned down classic look, I will stay away from a very intense contour, because like I said, you want the lips to be the center of attention. And for blush, we're going to be using MONI blush in the color Rose d'Oro, and it's this beautiful color right here. And I talked about this color in one of my previous drugstore hauls, and you can check it out right here. I'll leave a little link up there. I like this blush because you can pair it pretty much with any look because it's a very neutral color. It's not too pink, it's not too corally, it's just perfect in between. It's just a beautiful color. Do you see, guys? Okay, so now that the face is pretty much done, oh well, actually let me go ahead and highlight for you guys. I don't normally highlight, I do it for special occasions every once in a while. I am gonna do it for you guys because I know many of you like to highlight. I'm not gonna do a super intense highlighting, but just a little bit, an extra pop. And I'm going to be using another MONI product, and this is the MONI Illuminating Face Powder. So I think this is supposed to be kind of like an all-over illuminating powder, but I'm going to use it as a highlighter because I think it's just perfect for me, the level of highlighting that I like to do. And this is in the color Amber Nectar. Okay, so it's just a little something. It's not too much. Like I said, you don't want to do a super intense highlighting if you're going to be wearing a very red lipstick. Okay, let's move on to applying the mascara, and then we'll move on to the lips. I'm going to be using the Better Than Sex mascara, and well, a combo of the Better Than Sex mascara and the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes. You know that this is a newfound favorite, and I've always really loved the Better Than Sex mascara, but of course you're welcome to use any mascara that you will like. Also the L'Oreal Lash Paradise is a very good dupe for the Better Than Sex mascara, and I'm sure you already know that. Okay, my eyelashes are done because I'm not going to be putting on full lashes. I just don't really do that. I do that for some special occasions. I'm not gonna do that today, but you are more than welcome to do it. I know that's gonna give a more like glamorous look to this whole look that we're doing today, so I'm sure that will look very beautiful. But I just applied 2 coats of my favorite mascaras to build that um, faux lash look, even though it's not really faux lash, as you can tell. I may apply a third coat later on. And I'm going to be showing you guys four different lipsticks that you can try, because I know there are many tones of skins out there. Some of us don't like the really red lipsticks or the bright red lipsticks, so I'm going to be showing you different kinds of reds that you can wear with this look, and it will apply to the whole look. So I'm going to be lining my lips first. I like to use a neutral color like this one, and this is the NYX suede lip liners, and this is in the color Stockholm. So as you can see, that lip liner is very similar to my own lip color. And I just kind of do it so the color doesn't bleed. Okay, the first color that we're going to be using for this look is going to be the KathleenLights, part of the collaboration with Colourpop, and this is the color, I'm gonna mess it up again, Rive, I think is how you say it. I don't know, guys. So this is a very bright lipstick, and it's almost an orange red, and I think it's appropriate for any season. It will be a very appropriate for this color, especially if you're wearing a color like this, white. It looks very beautiful. But I am going to be trying a neutral red and a darker red lipstick as well. And there you go, guys. That is the first color. So as you can see, very bright lipstick, but my eyes are toned down, so it's a more classic look, I guess. And let's go ahead and apply a more neutral red so you can see what that looks like. Okay, guys, for the next color now, my lips are already lined, and I'm going to be using this lipstick. It's a Rimmel London lipstick in the color 01. Is the Kate collaboration, and this is the color Rossetto. And there you have it, guys. This is a very classic red lipstick. It's probably even more so appropriate for the holidays than the last color. I'm just very in love with the last color. But as you can see, this is just your classic glam red lip. Okay, and moving on with our third and last color. I was going to do 4, but I realized the last 2 colors were very similar in shade, so we're just gonna do 3 now, and we're gonna do this NYX Slip Tease in the color Fire Dancer. So this is a liquid lip, and this is going to be your darker shade of red. Okay, guys, and this is the last color that I'll be trying on. As you can see, this is an even deeper red. It's almost a maroon color, and it's a darker color. So if you prefer a darker lip like this, you can also pair these eye looks with something like this, and it works just fine. So I am really liking all of these 3 colors. It makes your whole look, or every color look like a different looks. If you want to try all of these colors through your holiday parties, I think you can change the lip and leave the eye color and it will just work just perfectly. Alright guys, that is it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments below which red lip was your favorite. Let me know if you're going to recreate this look for your holiday parties. Tag me on Instagram if you do. I would love to see you guys wearing this look. Thank you again for stopping by, guys. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Remember to subscribe before you leave, and remember that feeling fabulous, it's all a state of mind. Bye guys.